Welcome back to my channel. He was supposed to appear in court at 1:30, but he fell asleep, missed his hearing, and had to be tracked down by officers. When he finally appeared on Zoom, the judge noticed something seriously wrong, and the hearing took a shocking turn.
That's your video.
Okay. Yeah, I've been on since 3:30. Yeah, I didn't know my video was working.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you're not there when I call your name. You owe those officers that came by your house a debt of gratitude, or you'd be sitting in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
You thank them for coming by and making that public service to you.
Yes, ma'am. You're working now, ma'am?
I'm serious, Mr. Michael. You owe those gentlemen some gratitude.
For sure.
If they hadn't been willing to go by your house and wake you up, I would have just issued bench warrants.
Thank you.
All right, let's get
My
on.
video is working, isn't it?
Let's get on with the order of business here. You were supposed to be here at 1:30 and it is now 3:05, and you wouldn't even be here now if the officers hadn't gone to your house or wherever you are and woke you up. Apparently you're not at home.
Yeah, ma'am. Not until this court date, I hope.
Apparently they knew where to find you. So again, you're lucky in that respect. All right, we're going on the record now, sir. Are you awake?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure you understand what's going on, where you are?
Yes, Judge.
All right. We are on the record in 2023 CR 80 and 2023 CR 96, both captioned State of Kansas versus Jacob William Michael. The state appears by and through County Attorney Jill Gillette. Mr. Michael appears in person and pro se via Zoom. It is now 3:07 p.m. and he was to be here at 1:30. He called in and then apparently fell asleep and didn't answer. So the officers had to go by his home to try to find him, to wake him up.
Oh, can't.
Couldn't find him, so they went to another location he might be at, and they found him and woke him up. This was a public service the officers did. They didn't have to, but they have saved bench warrants for Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael, you need to pick a location, stay seated, and keep your camera on you, please.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your first appearance in 2023 CR 80. In this case, the state is charging you in count 1 with domestic battery that on or about the 22nd day of April 2023 in Greenwood County, state of Kansas, you did unlawfully and intentionally cause physical contact with a family or household member in a rude, insulting, or angry manner, the family member being this. Okay, keep your camera where I can see you, please. Thank you. As charged, this is a Class B person misdemeanor. There is a mandatory must serve 48 hours in jail up to 6 months. There is a mandatory minimum fine of $200 up to $1,000. Now the court can waive the jail time if instead you do a certified domestic violence offender evaluation by a certified evaluator and comply with all the recommendations of that evaluation. In count 2, sir, you're accused of disorderly conduct. The state is alleging that at that same date, you did use fighting words or engage in noisy conduct tending reasonably to arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others, to wit, Aubrey Maxwell. This charge is a Class C misdemeanor. If convicted, you could serve another 30 days in jail and you could pay another fine of $500. In count 3, you're charged with criminal damage to property. The state is alleging on that same date, you did, by means other than fire explosive, either damage or destroy or deface or substantially impair the use of property, to wit, a cell phone, in which another, to wit, Aubrey Maxwell, had an interest without her consent, and that the damage you did was under $1,000. As charged, this is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. You could serve another 6 months in jail and pay another $1,000 fine. Mr. Michael, do you have any questions about these charges or their possible penalties that I could help you with today?
No, ma'am. Other than the two last ones you said are new. I didn't get those ones until today. But whatever. I mean, it don't mean anything. Just the others are new. I didn't understand what happened to. But no, ma'am.
Mr. Michael, are you on any drugs today or alcohol?
No, ma'am. I'm sitting on the edge of bed and I can sit up a little bit.
You're still what?
I'm sitting on the edge of bed. On the edge of a bed, I can sit up a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm just concerned about your slurred speech and your jerky movements there, that maybe you're under the influence of something.
Ma'am.
I want to make sure you understand what you're doing today and what's being said.
Yeah, I do a lot there.
Okay, are the officers still with you?
I know they came hard. I mean, but they actually, I did fall asleep, but I woke up before they came in here and told me I had to hurt.
All right, we're going to go on. In 2023 CR 96. Did you say the officers were still there?
No, ma'am, they're not.
Okay. In 2023 CR 80, you're charged in that case. That's one we just did. It's excuse me just a moment. I'm going to take just a brief recess.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where did he go? Ms. Gillette, do you want to unmute?
I don't know, Judge, but the officers are there outside his house. Bill.
Well, if he were in the courthouse in this condition, I would order him to be taken into custody and tested, because I don't know that he's going to remember this hearing. So he's failing to appear. Can we just have him brought into custody and tested? And then if he's still, basically I'm issuing a bench warrant for his arrest. And if they'll bring him in and get him tested, and if he's sober, they can bring him back in front of me at the courthouse. If he's high, we're going to have to wait until he comes out of it so that he'll know, because he's got to have a meaningful reading of rights and charges. And I just am afraid he's, like I said, not going to even remember this hearing.
So you want to bench warrant with the UA ordered?
We may even need something stronger than that. But we can start with you.
I'll call the officers and I'll get that done, Judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge, he's on the phone and he's going to try to log back in.
Okay, well, I still want him to pick him up. So you say they're outside his house, just have him wait a minute, Missy, and don't tell him they're going to come in and get him because I don't want him to bolt on him. He's just not in any condition right now for first appearances. And he was ordered to be here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm issuing a bench warrant for them to pick him up.
Okay. So do you want him to try to get back on or not?
No, he needs to be tested. I need to make sure he's sober enough to know what
Okay.
he's doing when we have these hearings. So, Ms. Gillette, at this time, I think we can,
This courtroom hearing took an unexpected turn when Jacob Michael finally appeared on Zoom after officers reportedly had to go to different locations just to wake him up. The judge immediately noticed that something wasn't right. Michael's speech appeared slurred, his movements were unusual, and he seemed confused about what was happening. The judge even questioned whether he was under the influence and made it clear that this wasn't something the court could simply ignore. Michael was facing multiple charges, including domestic battery, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage to property. But before the court could properly move forward, the judge became concerned that he wasn't in a condition to understand his charges or his legal rights. That's when things escalated. The judge ordered officers to take him into custody and have him tested. If he was sober enough, he could return to court, but if he wasn't, the hearing would have to wait. What started as a routine first appearance quickly became a serious courtroom intervention.